Good morning, and welcome to the Kettle Creek Conservation Area Annual General Meeting. I am the new board chair, Heather Jackson, for those that don't know me. And we're going to jump right into our meeting, get things underway. And first up, we've got our statement around recording of public meetings. So board members, staff, guests, and members of the public are advised that the full authority board meeting is being video and audio recorded and will be posted on the authority's website along with the official written minutes. As such, comments and opinions expressed may be published, and any comments expressed by individual board members, guests, and the general public are their own and do not represent the opinions or comments of the full authority and or the KCCA Board of Directors. The recorded video of the full authority meeting is not considered the official record of the meeting. The official record of the full authority meeting shall consist solely of the minutes approved by the full authority. So with that, our next item, we've got introductions and declarations of pecuniary interest. Do any board members have any declarations? I see no hands. Thank you. So again, welcome. And we are very grateful for you attending this morning. Interesting to see the snow out there this morning, but I know it didn't slow anybody down. In keeping with our objective to support paperless work environments, we have not printed any copies of the financial statements, budget, or annual report. All of these documents are available online on our website. According to our administrative policies, the board conducts the election of officials at the first full authority meeting in the calendar year, which this year fell on January 18th, 2017. I was elected as chair, and Mr. Dave Marr was re-elected as vice chair. I'm going to take a brief moment to introduce the board. So we've got Dave Marr, he's vice chair, he's mayor of Central Elgin. He is absent this morning. Ian Chard from Southwell Township. Steve Harvey is our representative of Middlesex Centre, and Steve was unable to join us this morning. Bill Mackey from the City of London. Marcel Meyer representing Town Centre. Good morning. Max Moore from the Township of Malahide, who was also unfortunately unable to join us this morning. Linda Stevenson, City of St. Thomas. Good morning. Ralph Winfield, City of London. And Jared Zafman, the City of London, is also absent today. We do have a quorum, so we will continue with our meeting. With that, we will move on to our presentation of our 2016 annual report. So it is in keeping with our objective, as I've already stated, we don't have printed copies, but it is available on our website. And we encourage you to visit that after the meeting and have a look at it. It is my pleasure on behalf of staff to present the board with the 2016 annual report. In addition to showcasing our accomplishments in 2016, it also incorporates the 2016 annual watershed report card spotlight on benthic invertebrates. Why don't we laugh at Jen? No, she's shaking her. She's shaking.
Madam Chair, it's one of the monitoring programs that we do in the watershed. It looks at water quality, and depending on what kind of creatures and how many you find, it determines the health of the watershed.
Okay, thank you. So in doing so, we've produced a publication that accurately portrays a snapshot in time of the health of our watershed and is a good summary of some of the great things the authority has accomplished. The staff and board could not have accomplished any of this without the support of our many partners in the room this morning. Thank you to all of you. If I can get a motion that a mover and seconder that the year 2016 annual report be adopted as presented. Moved by Linda, seconded by Ralph. Questions or comments on the report? Seeing none, all in favor? And that's carried. With that, we'll move right into our financial statements. I will ask our auditor, Scott Travers from Grant Scott Enns, to step forward and present the audited financial statements.
Is that okay? All right. To state, I'm Scott Travers. I'm from Graham Scott Enns. We also have Jim Frederick as well, partners at Graham Scott Enns in the gallery as well. If you have any concerns, go through these. We will start. Everybody has paper copies, or just be able to do it. They were available online, I believe. So the first part is our auditor's report, which you may or may not be able to see, which outlines kind of the management responsibility for the financial statements. Our responsibility as auditors is to, audit and form an opinion on these financial statements in accordance with our auditing standards. So our opinion, which is that, I'll just read it to you. In our opinion, these financial statements present fairly in all material respects the financial position of the Kettle Creek Conservation Authority as at December 31st, 2016, and its financial performance and its cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with the Canadian Accounting Standards for Public Sector entities. So what that says is we've, out of these financial statements, we've obtained evidence that they are free from material misstatement. Okay, it's called an unqualified opinion. Then we have a statement of financial position, which outlines our assets and liabilities as at December 31st, 2016. Total financial assets, cash, receivables, investments, pretty comparable to prior year at $1,055,000. 2015 was $1,044,000. Our financial liabilities, $378,000 compared to $371,000 of prior year. So that's who owes us money, or who we owe money to at the end of the year. Net financial assets, $676,000 versus $673,000 the year before, which is cash assets and monetary assets less our liabilities. Our tangible capital assets, $2.7 million, up from $2.6 million the year before, for a total assets are accumulated surplus of $3.4 million compared to $3.3 million the year before. Statement of operations, which is revenue and expenditures over the course of the last 12 months, January 1st, 2016 to December 31st, 2016. Revenues at 2.4, up a bit from budget of 2.2. A lot of our campground user fees. Total expenditures 2.2 million compared to our budgeted of 2.2 million, so right on target there for a net surplus of 152,000. And we have other supporting schedules and notes. Statement of net financial assets. There's a statement of cash flows. Kind of highlight where we spent our cash, where that went to. Pages 6 to 12 kind of outline, let's start there, 6 to 13 kind of outline a summary of significant accounting policies that we use to present these financial statements. And then there's other notes that kind of support some of the numbers on the balance sheet and the statement of operations, kind of a little more explanation and details. So you get a chance to review those. Pages 14 to 16 or 17, or 14 to 18 is a kind of a breakdown some of the segmented disclosures that we have on our statement of operations. In our statement of operations, it talks about what we have for watershed and administration and different kind of segments or programs that the authority has. And these kind of schedules break down kind of where that money was spent on those programs. And the last two pages, 19 and 20, are kind of a schedule of our tangible capital assets. So what we own as of the two different years, December 31st, 2016 and 15. What pool are in land, buildings, dams, things like that. So that is your 2016 financial statements.
Thank you, Scott. So can I get a motion from the board that the year 2016 financial statements be adopted as presented? From Bill, second by Marcel. Further questions, comments from the board? This is not the first time we've seen them as the board, just for those in the room. On the motion, all in favor? And that's carried. Thank you. Next, we've got our levy and budget. Again, we've had a number of meetings going back to late last summer talking about our 2017 budget and levies. So again, not a new document to any of us on the board. And so I do have a motion that the 2017 budget of the Kettle Creek Conservation Authority be approved and that the member municipalities be assessed for payment. The matching levy is $361,484.28. Non-matching levy, $420,937.91. Special levy, $71,152.86. And total general levy is $853,575. And that each member municipality's share of the 2017 general levy be calculated using modified current value assessment. And of course, this is a recorded vote. So, Joe.
Thank you, Madam Chair. To provide conformity with legislation and regulations governing approval of Conservation Authority levies, the proposed year 2017 levy and apportionment for KCCA was circulated by registered mail to member municipalities on December 22nd, 2016, in order to provide a minimum 30-day notice to budget and levy approval on February 15th, 2017. There is a 7% average levy increase over 2016 levels, or $55,841. A recorded vote will be taken with each member responding either for or against the motion. The motion carries or is lost according to the total of weighted votes assigned to each board member. This weighted vote is based upon the modified current value assessment apportioned to that portion of each municipality within the jurisdiction of the KCCA watershed. The 2017 levy and budget approved by the board will be circulated by registered mail to participating municipalities on February 16, 2017, who, if not satisfied, may appeal to the Mining and Lands Commissioner by March 31, 2017. Thereafter, no appeals are allowed, and the year 2017 budget and levy will be final. So at this point, we have a motion, and I'll call for the recorded vote. Oh, sorry, yes.
We need a mover and seconder from the board, please. Linda and Ian. There we go. Now we can call the recorded.
Okay, so I'll call for the recorded vote. First, we have Bill Mackey,
Yes.
Ralph Winfield,
Yes.
Jared Safeman is absent, Heather Jackson,
4.
Linda Stevenson,
4.
David Marr is absent, Ian Chard,
Yes.
Marcel Meyer,
Against.
Stephen Harvey is absent, and Max Moore is absent. Madam Chair, the motion is carried with a weighted vote of 70.29.
Thank you. All right. Moving along. Next item, presentation on our 2016 highlights. So I have the pleasure to report on the progress Kettle Creek Conservation Authority has made in 2016. As you will see in our annual report, Kettle Creek Conservation Authority continues to evolve as an environmental role model. In 2016, the Kettle Creek watershed received a reprieve from the intensely cold deep freeze winters of 2014 and 2015. A persistent super El Nino and shrinking Arctic sea ice were the main contributors to the second warmest winter since countrywide records began in 1948. Unfortunately, the lack of a significant snowpack over the winter months resulted in a spring freshet that only temporarily boosted water levels before a drought took hold in the summer. Over the course of the summer and well into fall, water levels continued to drop, which required KCCA to issue level 1 and level 2 low water condition advisories. Under a level 2 condition, residents are asked to further curb their non-essential water use by 20%. And the last time KCCA declared a level 2 low water condition was in August of 2012. In July and August 2016, KCCA staff taught 11 summer STEM camps about the importance of wetlands in the Kettle Creek watershed. 285 day campers participated in an interpretive nature hike to the Dan Patterson wetland and explored live critters from the bottom of Kettle Creek. And in an effort to get more of the community out enjoying nature, KCCA, with funding from the Canada 150 Community Infrastructure Program, created 2 accessible parking spots, implemented upgrades to the picnic pavilion exterior and interior facades, installed a new granular trail to connect the picnic pavilion to the existing wetland trail, and a new outdoor education amphitheater. In October 2016, KCCA staff presented the Source Water Protection in-class education program to 2 grade 8 classes at Locks Public School in St. Thomas. And students had the opportunity to learn about watersheds, where our drinking water comes from, and the importance of keeping our source water safe from contamination. The Carolinian Forest Festival was held October 4th to 6th with over 1,500 grade 6 and 7 students attending from across Elgin, Middlesex, and Oxford counties. After the success of the 2016 Public Day, the festival was opened up again to the community on October 8th at the Jaffa Environmental Education Center. The Public Day consisted of forest festival activities, live species at risk presentations, archery, and guided hikes. The Elgin Clean Water Program continues to be a great source of technical advice and funding for landowners. Elgin County and the Green Lane Community Trust Fund provided $40,000 and $35,000 in funding to the program respectively. 26 projects were completed, totaling $77,270 in Elgin Clean Water Program grants, with total projects costs exceeding $300,000. Since the ECWP's inception in 2012, 102 projects have been completed, with total project costs exceeding $1,225,000. KCCA continued its partnership with OPG and the Upper Thames River Conservation Authority to plant 60,000 trees across the 2 watersheds in spring 2016. In the Kettle Creek watershed specifically, 50,000 seedlings were planted with an additional 2,450 seedlings sold to landowners through the Greening Communities program. KCCA, in conjunction with the municipality of Central Elgin, planted 260 native large stock trees along municipal roadsides to replace those that have been lost over the years. KCCA partnered with the Ministry of Transportation to plant 1,500 spruce seedlings along Highway 401 to act as a living snow fence. 2 City of St. Thomas parks were the beneficiaries of tree planting efforts in 2016. Members of the St. Thomas Railway City Rotary Club partnered with KCCA to plant 60 large stock trees at Massey Park, and KCCA staff planted 100 large stock trees and shrubs along the banks of Kettle Creek at VA Berry Park. The popularity of Dalewood and Lake Whitaker conservation areas continues to grow, booking to capacity on long holiday weekends. The campground communities of Lake Whitaker and Dalewood have made a concerted effort to raise money for playground structures at both parks. And Lake Whitaker's playground structure was installed in spring 2016, and Dalewood's will be installed in 2017. Dalewood's pool was reconstructed to include new plumbing and automatic chemistry control installed at both the wading pool and main pool, new deck and pump house, new fencing around the pool, and a new UV system at the wading pool. The achievements I've listed here today and those included in our annual report are all the result of partnership building. Please take the time to read the report and learn more about our relationships with the City of St. Thomas, Municipality of Central Elgin, Elgin St. Thomas Public Health, Saugeen Valley Conservation Authority, Long Point Region Conservation Authority, and the Upper Thames Conservation Authority. Each of these partners and countless others are doing their part to bring people in harmony with nature. I'm going to ask Joe to make a few presentations at this point.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We do have a couple of staff and board recognitions and presentations to do today. So first, I'd like to call up Emily Fenn and Jennifer Dow. Emily Fenn and Jennifer Dow are both celebrating 10 years of service with the Conservation Authority this year. Emily is our administrative assistant, and Jennifer Dow is our water conservation supervisor. So on behalf of the board and staff, we want to thank you for your committed work to the authority, and congratulations on 10 years of service. And we do have a little piece of appreciation for you.
Thank you, Joe.
For you both.
Thank you. Notice they ran away when you said that, Marcel.
The other staff presentation we have today, unfortunately, is not here, but we do want to recognize Elizabeth Van Horn. She is our General Manager, Secretary, Treasurer. She's celebrating 15 years of service with the Conservation Authority this year, starting out as the Public Relations Supervisor and appointed as our General Manager in 2010. So on behalf of the board and staff, I'll make sure she gets the congratulations and the thank you for her time with the authority, and we also have something that we'll give to Elizabeth when she's back to work. Now, if I may, I'll ask Bill Mackey to come up, our board member appointed member from the City of London. Bill was our chair for the year 2015 and 2016. So as we come to close on chair, it's tradition of the Conservation Authority to present our past chair with a gavel for his service and his time spent as chair. And we look forward to future meetings with Bill as a board member. So, Bill, thank you. And the last presentation, and again, unfortunately, the individual isn't here today to receive this, but Conrad Woodrich is a former board member of our board for almost 2 decades. If my record search were accurate, Conrad first was on the board in December of 1994. So he spent over 20 years on our board. I think there was a couple terms where he was absent in which he represented the Lower Thames Conservation Authority. But Conrad has decided to retire from the board, and I imagine he'll spend more time at the cottage moving forward. So we did want to acknowledge him today, present him with this photograph of a northern herring, which is done by a local artist, Shay Raymond. So unfortunately, he's unable to be here today, but again, we'll make sure that he receives this, and we'll pass on the congratulations and support of Conrad next time we see him. And that's all for our staff and board member presentations. I'll turn the floor back to Madam Chair.
Thank you, Joe. I just want to say thank you to Bill for your leadership the last 2 years as board chair. Certainly your commitment and hard work has helped build a strong and flourishing organization, so thank you very much on behalf of the board for your hard work. And we're certainly going to miss Conrad, and he has left, as we all know, very big shoes to fill. So we do wish him well, and I agree, I think he's going to spend much more time at the cottage. So, just on a note to all the staff, we did recognize 3 members of staff today, but on a note from the board to all of the staff, thank you to each and every one of you for all of your hard work. We know that you wear many hats, that you may have a job title, but you do a lot more than that, and we certainly thank you and appreciate your efforts. And tell Cliff we want to see a drone presentation when we're at the next meeting. So I know he's purchased it, so we're looking forward to that and the GIS mapping that's going to come out of that. Thank you to all of you for being here. I know we've got partner organizations, and I was remiss in announcing one of our partners, and I do want to say thank you to Catfish Creek Conservation Authority as well for their partnership throughout the years as well. So thank you, Kim. Once again, thank you for your involvement and support of our organization throughout 2016. I'd like to acknowledge the financial support of Dowler Carn and Graham Scott Enns and Riggs Engineering for their financial contributions for today's meeting. Thank you for coming, and with that, we would be adjourned.